I'm Captain Meriwether Lewis, and I'm here representing the St. Charles Corps of Discovery. It's called the Discovery Expedition of St. Charles. And what we do, we have reenacted the trip of Lewis and Clark 200 years to the day. What you see behind me are different primitive life skills that have been used on the expedition that allowed them to achieve the success in going all the way to the Pacific and back. We have a blacksmith that you will see, and the reason why we needed the blacksmith was to repair the rifles, to make different utensils and tools that are needed throughout the trip, and in many ways the Indians craved the different tools that the blacksmith could make. The other thing behind me, you see the smoke, is we are teaching the school children how to start a fire with flint and steel, another primitive life skill. We talk about the uniforms of the day and the clothing of the day and all the clothes and the moccasins that they had to make out of the leathers. Another station we have is the weapons that they used of the time period, the firelocks, which are the flintlocks we call today, the different items that the military used. Of course, this was a military unit, but we did have some different individuals, whether they were interpreters or engagés, which were the general labor of the trip. But as they went beyond Fort Mandan, it was strictly military. The music of the day was, of course, the fiddle, and they had Cruzat was a fiddler. But Cruzat is actually, he was blind in one eye and almost blind in the other. And of course, everybody knows that he is the one that actually shot me on the backside. So that was quite an experience. Out hunting elk one day, I was unfortunately with him and caught a lead ball in the backside. We have an educational initiative that we work hard to bring the legacy and the story of Lewis and Clark to life. We talk about medicine. Of course, Rush's Thunderbolts with the medicine is very well known. The reason Thunderbolt, the mercury pill that Dr. Rush had that he gave to Lewis for the expedition. Anytime they had an illness or so, they were given a Rush's Thunderbolt. Of course, you had to bolt to where you were headed because it went right through you. So we have the boats behind us. You might be able to see those, and you will see those. We have the red pirogue, the white pirogue, and of course the keel boat. And those were the method of transportation of the day. They went all the way up to Fort Mandan with the keel boat, then sent the specimens that they had gathered during the way all the way back to President Jefferson. From there, the keel boat, or the white pirogue, and the red pirogue went forward to the Great Falls, and they had some dugouts with them as well. That's where they portaged around the falls with the dugouts and then went all the way up to the headwaters of the Missouri River. At that point, of course, they used horses to go over to the mountains. So the Louisiana Purchase and the visionary of Thomas Jefferson was very important to expand our country and the manifest destiny that was coined at a later date, all the way to the Pacific Ocean. And with the Lewis and Clark expedition, after they explored the river basin of the Columbia River, they were able to extend the United States from sea to shining sea. The Discovery Expedition of St. Charles is the group that I'm a part of. Each member of our organization portrays a particular character. And we have our headquarters in St. Charles, Boathouse, Lewis and Clark Boathouse and Nature Museum. Certainly we encourage you to come and join us at any one time. You can see the boats in person. But we have an educational initiative, not only with the school kids that we meet. We have met thousands, tens of thousands over the years on our travels. It's a passion that we have. At our high point during the trip, we had over 300 members, and from 36 different states. Today we still have almost 175 to 200 members, still from the same amount of states. But it's something, if you have a passion for that, telling that story and the history and the heritage of our country, we ask you to join us. You can contact us on our website, www.lewisandclark.net.
On behalf of the Discovery Expedition of St. Charles, I want to thank each and every one of you for the attention that you've given to our programs. It's been a great joy Thursday and Friday and today working with your district. The one thing that I'd like to do is present Anissa with one of our crew coins. This is our crew medal. On the back is a replica of the peace medal that the Captain Lewis and Captain Clark presented to various people along the way for the work and the help that they give them. On the other side is an image of our keelboat. And these crew medals cannot be purchased by anyone. They can only be earned by someone. And Anissa has definitely earned a crew medal, and we want to present it to her so she can remember us.
Well, thank you.
And we give it to you in your left hand because it's the closest to our heart and the closest to yours.
Thank you.
So thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Clark, 3 cheers for Anissa. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
I have here from the Discovery Expedition a necklace, Indian necklace, and this, I'll put this around your neck. This is a symbol of peace and friendship. And as Anissa goes forward, we'll always know that we have a friend down here in Olive Branch who is truly a fine friend of the Discovery Expedition, and particularly over the last 6 weeks or so, maybe 8 weeks, at my home in St. Charles, St. Louis area, Anissa has been on the computer telling us just exactly how many students are coming when and how actively interested all of you students were in Lewis and Clark. And then I would go over to the boathouse and try to get our members excited about coming down here and seeing some 2,100, 2,200 students. And you students have been a surprise to us. You've been actively interested, and you're more aware of just exactly how Lewis and Clark fit into the manifest destiny of this great country of ours. And I was tickled to death to be able to talk with a lot of you the last few days, but I was surprised when one of the students said to me, "Well, Sergeant, when I answer a question in my class, my teacher gives me a piece of candy." And I was surprised at that, and I turned around and asked one of the teachers. She said maybe that teacher does do that. So I knew he was serious. I went in and found a piece of candy, and I gave him a piece of candy. But anyway, thank you very much on behalf of the director and every member of our organization. Thank you, Anissa.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's been our pleasure.